and welcome back to the Film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. We've got a film to have a look at today, and it's called See For Me. It's a crime drama mystery, 92 minutes. Yes, so what are the public thinking about this? Internet Movie Database are scoring it at this point in time, as at the 2nd of May 2022 when I'm doing this, 5.9 out of 10. So just a smidgen under that 6 out of 10 I like to see, which sort of classes my watchable rating, if you like. But not too bad if you split it down. You take out the 10 out of the 10s and the 1 out of 10s, and you're left with all the others. 1,691 people scored it between 6 and 9. It's very good. And just 848, so about a third scored it between 2 and 5. So about a 66% for me positivity rating. So that's better. That's better than 5.9, isn't it? Let's tell you a little bit about it. It's a Canadian thriller film directed by Randall Akita, and I watched it on Netflix on that date, the 2nd of May 2022. And it's about Sophie, who's a visually impaired teenager who's house sitting for a wealthy client, or cat sitting. She's looking after a cat, yeah. When 3 criminals break into the house to rob it. Sophie's only defence is a smartphone app called See For Me, which connects her to Kelly, a gamer who has to use the app to see Sophie's surroundings and guide her actions. Because of course, Sophie is blind. It's as simple as that. So, you're a very brave lady to leave this young lady, very independent lady, looking after a house, I suppose. But hey, that's the story. It stars Skylar Davenport as Sophie Scott, Jessica Parker Kennedy as Kelly, Pascal Langdale as Ernie, George Chortoff as Otis, Joe Ping as Dave, and Kim Coates as Rico, and others as well. Oh yeah, we've got Keaton Kaplan as Cap. That was a bit further down the page, guys. My apologies. Is it any good apart from what the public are thinking? Well, we usually go over to the critics, and interestingly enough, the critics aren't too bad. Certainly at Rotten Tomatoes, 79% of 77 critics, so no mean number, are very positive on this. An average rating of 6.5 out of 10, which is very good. 61 fresh and 16 rotten. The consensus of the website, they put all the heads together and come up with a paragraph. A home invasion thriller with a nifty twist. See For Me is further elevated by Skylar Davenport's magnetic lead performance. Yeah, she does all right. I'm not familiar with many of the actors in this, with it being Canadian, but obviously if you're over there in the US, perhaps you know them a little bit better than I did. The Rotten Tomatoes audience, yeah, they liked it as well. 3.6 out of 5, so that's 7.2 out of 10, of course. The other critic site we look at, not quite as enamoured, similar to the Internet Movie Database, Metacritic scored it 59 out of 100, so again, 5.9 out of 10 if you like. And that's based just on 14 critics, so it scored anywhere between 50 and 83 out of 100. RogerEbert.com's Peter Sobiinski, he gave it 50, so he gave it halfway. He said, although their work is ultimately not enough to make See For Me anything more than a gimmick movie and never quite pays off, Davenport almost makes it worth watching and will leave you wondering about what they could accomplish with stronger material. Yeah, interesting. I mean, because there's nothing wrong with the idea of this, and the material, the actual synopsis, if you like, is very, very good. But I say just actually how they put it together perhaps lacks a little bit in the end. But more on that in a second. Polygon's Tasha Robinson, she liked it a lot. She gave it 72 out of 100. She said, See For Me updates a home invasion form with a couple of clever twists and a key relationship. But writers Adam York and Tommy Goodshoe and director Randall Akita only pushed the formula so far before they run out of innovation. Yeah, I would echo that sentiment. So my little thoughts just to finish this off. It's been said there, quoted by critics, that it's almost a very good home invasion film, and that's how I felt about this. There's some nice elements in it, and it's set up nicely here for the first, say 50% of the film, the first two, certainly almost the first 2/3 of the film, but sadly it just sort of peters out for me. They sort of run out of clever ideas, although as I said, the actual overall synopsis I thought was quite clever, but it just does peter out. And the main star, who, although she acted well, I like to invest in characters, as you know if you watch any of my vlogs, and I wasn't overly sure whether to like her or not by the end, which is perhaps not what I want to see from a character. I like to have feelings one way or the other, not be sort of split and sit on the fence about them. So such a shame, really, because a couple of tweaks, and this is all right. Perhaps what I did like, if you remember the film Don't Breathe, I know we've had a second version of it, but the original Don't Breathe, this could have been up there to match that, in my opinion, from a sort of lower level, lower budget sort of film, Canadian film, but it just needed a little bit more than we ended up with, unfortunately. just falls short. So still, certainly as a streaming offering, it's very, very watchable for me. So yes, I am going to give it my basic watchable score of 6 out of 10. But it could have been so much more. Let me know what you think, guys, anyway, if you get to watch this. Thanks for watching. Until we meet again, I want to ask one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.